Let's go. Boom. Good morning. Hello.
Morning.
We're in March. It's the 5th of March today. And it's freaking cold, and I hate it. And it's early, and I want to go crawl back into my warm bed, but we are playing Dungeons and Dragons because it is more fun than sleep. And we are in session 44, amply titled Hell or Highwater. I wonder what that means. Yes, we're finally getting back into it, and we left off in the middle of a fun combat. At least I think it's fun. I don't know about the players, but I think it's fun because I love playing dragons. And yeah, we'll do a recap, and then we'll start.
Okay, we actually start the session in the middle of another fun battle, one with xenophobic elves. Nico has cast Conjure Animals and is coordinating giant bats. And when the elf hit them with the poisoned arrows, they fall asleep. Right now, there's a circle of darkness, so we can't see. Arcadia and Nico are outside of it, but Amitrius and Corbin are inside. Luckily, a giant bat who has blind sight bites the elf that was causing the darkness, causing him to lose the concentration, and the darkness is dispelled. Corbin grabs Demetrius's potion of greater healing and feeds it to him. He was down, and Arcadia takes the elf down who took her down, returning the favor. One of the elves says to Nico, "You want to go home," but Nico ignores him. And we figure out it's because poor Nico doesn't really know where his home is. Demetrius explodes an elf's head with his halberd of dragon slaying. Corbin tries with his javelin of lightning, but is not doing so well with it. Eventually, there's only one elf left. He says, "You have killed some of my friends, but the rest of us you cannot kill." He touches his shoulder and disappears. But in mere seconds, the bats go crazy and it reappears in a tree, dead. As soon as she sees this, Arcadia runs over to the elf who had downed her, who she returned the favor, and grabs the precious hand crossbow. Atalanta had showed her how to use this and will let her attack more often. Demetrius gets his gold back and starts chopping off all of the elves' ears and turns them into a necklace with a simple bit of rope. Corbin recovers his javelin of lightning. Arcadia suggests burying the bodies, and Nico agrees. They don't want to piss this tribe off. Demetrius asks who is good at cooking. Arcadia seems to be the best, although she doesn't do such a great job of cutting the meat up because she is poisoned. But she does look at Demetrius and says, "I can cook too," recalling the first encounter they had where he asked her if she could cook. Demetrius sees she's a little pale and expends his last 5 lay on hands to remove the poison. She nods at him and might have slightly smiled at him. Demetrius wants to wear the elf ear necklace, but Arcadia and Corbin say it's not a great idea. We get a short rest. By the time we finished burying the elves and cooking the meat and packing it, we finish around sunset. We don't eat any of the boar, saving it for the dwarves who have risked their lives to get us some iron ore. Then Demetrius and Nico hear some whistling coming from the south, and Nick sees a lone figure in a gray cloak with a hood pulled over its head. It's walking very slowly with a cane and has 2 ravens flying with it. We think he is Zymor's counterpart, and Zymor was the mysterious old man with the 6 yellow canaries who we met in Lutheria's temple. And remember that Queen Valis, upon inspecting a raven's feather that Arcadia found, told us we were destined to meet Zymor's counterpart and to be extremely respectful. And when Corbin whispers to Demetrius, "Remember, be respectful," Demetrius says, "You don't have to tell me." Demetrius bows to the figure and greets him. The man says he smelled the meat and is hungry, and Demetrius gives him a nice grilled steak. And the man asks why we're on the island, and Demetrius explains we are the Oracle's champions here to save the world, and the man says, "Oh, isn't the Oracle Mrs. Versi?" And he says the ravens told him we killed a bunch of elves, and he's impressed. And he says the elves are very greedy. Corbin says it's like they learned that from the dwarves. And Nico says, I resemble that remark. Again, the man asks why we're here. And Corbin says, the dragon has taken a friend of ours and we need the star medal. And the man says it's a very mean dragon and the medal is very powerful indeed. Arcadia asks him, can he tell her more? And he says the sky metal is an ore from the stars that can be used to create very powerful weapons if you are able to get Vulcan get off his fat butt and do them. And she asks his name. He says most people refer to him now as Marduk. When she asks if he is related to Zymor, he raises his head and she sees he has 4 eyes. He is Zymor's brother, and he calls him a smelly twit. At this, perhaps the most extraordinary thing happens in the entire campaign. After hearing that, Demetrius says nothing. Arcadia tells him Queen Valis says we were destined to meet him. And we end up feeding the ravens, which was a good move. Marduk lives on the island. He's a traveler in search of the best fishing spots. He has a bet with a friend to find one. Demetrius asks if he and Zymor are the parents of the gods, and he says no. And when Demetrius explains that one of the gods calls Kymor her father, Marduk assumes that that's Kyra and says she has a schoolgirl crush on Zymor. Demetrius asks if Marduk has any relations with Sidon, and he does not respond. So we make to leave, but Marduk says before we leave, he wants to give us something. He gives us a small silver medallion that seems blank and almost otherworldly. He tells us there might be a time we'll need it, and if we see Zymor again, to show it to him and he will know what to do. His advice to us on the island is not to go to our west because there are quite a lot of elves there. Arcadia takes the necklace and thanks him. And as Demetrius thanks him, Marduk says, oh, thank you, Demetrius. So it's apparent he knows all of our names. Corbin suggests having Camos identify the medallion before anybody puts it on. We head to the meeting place at sunset, exchange the meat for the ore, and in between mouthfuls, one of the dwarves eating the meat tells us if we hurry, we might be able to catch up to Delg by the time they get to the dragon's den. We end up going there and find that Delg and the barbarians are arguing about how to go about this. The barbarians want Whoopie Whoopie, their chief, and Delg just wants the sky medal, and they each want the other party to go first. Demetrius volunteers to diplomacy, a little bit of cooperation, to which Corbin asks what could possibly go wrong. Delg questions where we've been, and Demetrius says we're on a little quest, and shows him the elf ear necklace, and neither the dwarves nor the gnomes seem very pleased when they see it. Demetrius tries to persuade the gnomes and the dwarves to go together. We make camp. He tempts Delg with the magical wine from the alchemy jug because Delg was really unhappy with the weak wine that the gnomes gave us. Demetrius says it's clear that Loopy Whoopie is being held as bait because one of the gnomes saw that she's tied up at the back of the dragon's lair. But Delg insists for helping us. He insists on keeping all of the star metal. Final answer. And we don't even know what it is for, and we don't have any use for it. But Demetrius says, oh, but we do. Have they heard of the god Vulcan? That Vulcan has requested we get the medal for our quest. And we know him personally and have proof. And he shows, Delg says, if you can prove that we know the gods personally, he will let us have the sky medal. And Nico pulls out Pickle Kyra, asks her to bring Pythor. They show up, and Delg is convinced. And after Demetrius gets Pythor to pull a tree out of the ground. So they are just going quickly, and basically Corbin's asks Pythor how to lure a dragon out of its lair. He says you have to tempt it with something it really wants, and that thing is vengeance. So Corbin summons vengeance. It's very sweet because as he pets her, and you see Corbin happy, and he hasn't been happy in a very long time. So we take a long rest, have breakfast, and Corbin, Demetrius, and Nico all apply oil of slipperiness, which will give them freedom of movement, and Arcadia gives her a potion of growth to Corbin. And Drake buys a random monster. Thank you, Drake. So Vengeance makes cute baby dragon noises. We lure the dragon out. We're heavy into battle right now. And we are, Corbin tells his rope of climbing to attach itself to the dragon and climbs up to it, but the dragon attacks the rope and it's destroyed. And we have a mammoth that is attacking us as well. Again, thank you for Drake. But Drake, at the last of our session, heals Corbin, who is not doing so well. We end the session the morning of our 48th day together. We have 3 days until the Great Games and 49 days remaining until the Oath of Peace expires.
Perfect. And we start off right up with combat. And Mr. Dragon, or maybe Mrs. Dragon, is first.
Since it's flying up in the air, and we're on the ground, when we look up, can we identify its gender?
You can roll on animal handling, maybe.
Oh yeah, I'm specialized in that actually. So
Yeah.
There we go.
It is a female dragon.
I see. Very important information.
Yeah. Yes, it is a female dragon. You see nothing there that would make you live the rest of your life feeling inadequate.
Well, actually, I don't want to go too deep into the physiology of lizards, but I believe their junk is internal in their body.
Yeah, it is. But no, it's a female dragon.
Wow, the things you learn.
Yeah. Reptiles, their privates are inside.
That was for you, Arcadia.
Anyways, the dragon. So what's I want to do here? It's gonna continue after Corbin because Corbin has vengeance. Five. 35, 45. And it's going to. It will smack you with its tail, and then it will try to bite you.
Oh.
Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Missing the first one. Missing the second one.
Super dodge.
And then it will look at you and look at you mean, I guess. And you are scared of the dragon.
Oh no.
And then it will fly back up 10 feet. Kadia.
Does oh no, he doesn't have 10 feet range. Never mind.
Okay, I'm just resetting my stuff. Sorry, in the middle of that. So Arcadia is going to take aim. I think I thought we
shit,
put
you know what?
aim back on it. It didn't stick since last time, did it?
Damn it.
Oh no, it did. Holy
Damn.
cow.
I fucked up.
Okay. Great. So I'm just making sure I have everything on there. Corbin is
Damn
how
it.
close is Corbin considered next to the dragon for
No.
sneak attack purposes? No.
The dragon is 20 feet up in the air.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh, I see. It's tiny on my little screen. Alright, so she's going to attack it with her hand crossbow. Huh, this is really... What am I looking at? This is strange. My crossbows have disappeared off of the... Let me see if there's somehow got... Oh, that's weird. Okay. There we go. One. Dang. 17. There we go. And she is going to use her bonus action to attack a third time. Let's aim. And misses. She's going to send Nyx high above the dragon and have Nyx attack.
High above the dragon being where?
Let's see if Nyx's fly speed is 80, and she's already about 80 feet in the air.
Yes.
So she's gonna go, what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30 feet will get her, 30 feet over will get her, right above it. And not sure it actually says, oh shoot. In order to hit the pinion, she has to drop down to 60 feet.
Okay.
So she will drop to 60 feet above to be able to hit it.
20, so it's 50.
Okay, so that was 30 and 20. So that's 50, and she's going to fly 30 feet up again, so she's 90 feet in the air. And I pass my turn.
Alright. Dwarf Knight. They're not very fast, but you will run as far as you can. Warrior. They had 2 left. No, they had 1 left because they had 3. Okay.
I forgot to mention in my recap that Genius Nico threw a green gem on there, broke it, and conjured a water elemental who is now taking on the mammoth.
That's right.
30 and 90.
That's something to worry about.
You will see him grab his last javelin and throw it. It hits.
Wow, nice. Jumped to 20.
Nico.
Okay. Nico's almost towards, he's at the entrance of the cave. But he's still targeting the dragon. I think one more turn, I might try. I'm going to try one more time. He's going to cast Earthbind on the dragon again.
You can also try to go into the cave to free Loopy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think we need to get rid of this dragon.
Yeah, I'm
Or
gonna.
does it matter?
I'm gonna, well, I could do 2 of those. I could do both of those. So, I got 300 range feet. Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration to try to. Now, what would I do? Hit disadvantage for the dragon?
Let's see. What's the inspiration? What's the inspiration? Hang on. I don't remember now. If you use inspiration to give it disadvantage, I will hit disadvantage. All right.
Okay.
You can roll it.
Go ahead and roll.
Yes. And she will choose to succeed.
Stinker. Well, in the meantime, he's gonna
Legendary
run.
resistance. So coming into the cave, you can see over yonder that bright orb, very shiny, very, very, very shiny. It's the shiniest orb ever. And all the way back over yonder, like, because this is like kind of tiered, if you will. Because
I see.
Yeah, here you got to climb up right there, then over you got to climb up again. You see one loopy whoopy.
Does she look like she's conscious, or is she?
She looks like she's chained up.
Ah, excellent. So, I think I could yell to her, like, Loopy! Does she look at me?
She does not.
Poor Loopy. Alright, I'll end my turn right there.
Shadow Tusk. It's gonna beat this barbarian again. It's gonna try to stomp on its head.
Oh, damn. Savage.
Oh, and it misses. Demetrius.
Okay. Demetrius is going to run 40 feet. Let's see if that's in a square. I can't really see the squares. And he is going to cast Command on Dragon to go prone.
Okay. And it succeeds.
Okay. I'll mark off the spell slot.
Because that fumble that you redeem for the dragon's next save doesn't work. It forces a one on this creature's next attack.
Okay.
And that the disadvantage doesn't work either.
The disadvantage. Let me double check. Let's see, disadvantage. Give disadvantage to one lucky player or NPC. Yeah, let me go ahead and roll that again then.
Wish me luck. Nope. Oh, it did. That was
yes.
extra.
And,
Oh my god! Thank you, Mad Pelts. Thank you, Mad Pelts. Whew.
hang on, double check one thing. Where is command? Just double check. It will look over, and it will shake its head.
Oh,
That's one more legendary resistance it has.
That you know.
That is the standard for all legendary creatures, but yes.
But Demetrius doesn't know this.
No, that's true.
What is our elemental slamming them again? Bam. Bam. Water elemental MVP. Alright, let's see, 16. Right. Crossbow. Missing. Delg. You'll kind of stabby. Corbin.
all right. Corbin will, since he's flying up there, I will try to throw the useless javelin of lightning.
Damn.
And so I'm frightened by it, right?
Correct.
But it's like above me.
It's sort of in front of you.
It means you can't move closer to it.
Yeah, you can't go. You can't go south or.
Can't go south,
Yeah.
but I could go right or left.
Correct.
Even makes any difference? It's got to come down one way or the other.
Critical on Corbin. All right, I'll let him know on his next attack.
I'll make it work for it anyways. I'll just run this way.
And give us a wisdom save. That javelin, he already threw the javelin before he bought that?
Actually, undo that. I forgot I got one more attack.
But you forgot.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, I am that way. Because I completely forgot something the dragon could do and I didn't go back and do it. Yeah, he did. No, you're good. You are still scared. Alright, dwarf.
You know what? I'm gonna throw a javelin at him anyways, just because.
Okay. Roll it with a crit.
Oh,
Damn it.
so it just automatically hits.
Yes, thank you to Mad Cuts. Nice. Alright, number 14. He did this. And miss. 32. This. And miss. 34. He will spit blood. Eat me. Six. And you will see him throw his last javelin. And you will see Corbin. You can see that barbarian look underneath the dragon and see that very shiny javelin that did not break.
It's the useless javelin of lightning.
Which is made of star metal, by the way. Didn't know that, did ya?
Disadvantage for the dragon, so we'll do this.
Corbin's less interested in getting the star medal.
If you want to craft a javelin of lightning, you need an ore of star metal.
Nice.
The dragon. Right. The dragon's gonna fly over right about yonder. Is 60? It is 60. And Corbin and Demetrius, you will need to make a save. If you want to use advantage, please hit it here in a moment. advantage. Please hit it now. Poor Corbin. So the dragon uses a breath. You are slowed. You cannot use reactions, your speed is halved, and you cannot make more than one attack on your turn. In addition, you can use either an action or a bonus action on your turn, but not both, and these will last for a moment. And you'll hear the dragon kind of give a little chortle, if you will.
Wow, 17 didn't save it.
17 did not. Arcadia.
All right. Going to continue shooting her hand crossbow.
Roll. Hang on. Let's see if that hits. All right. Your next one rolls advantage because the dragon had disadvantage.
Oh, okay. So the next one I roll with what? Disadvantage?
Advantage, because the dragon has disadvantage and I can't.
Does that give her sneak attack?
If it hits.
Yeah. All right. Great. So I now have advantage.
Wait.
I'm gonna take a chance and throw in sharpshooter.
It hits.
Yes. Okay, now I'm gonna put on sneak attack. And I'm gonna attack one more time, and I still have advantage.
No.
This is something...
No. Just
no. Okay,
just
it was just that one time. All right.
And that dragon twists his head over to you really quick.
Hand crossbow does 2d6 damage. Or is that
There's one.
Sneak attack and do you have
And that was sharpshooter.
Oh yeah, nice. Sharpshooter.
doing-
Love that one so
I'm not
much.
doing that again.
I thought sharpshooter just gives the extra damage. Not an extra damage die.
And I miss on my third one.
Oh, it's Hunter's Mark.
Oh, right. It's Hunter's Mark and sneak attack. And then I had an extra. Thought I did with. Yeah. With that, so and now I'm going to send Nyx. Nyx is now. Let's see. She's 90. What did I say? How tall is she? She's 90 feet above.
Yes. And dragon's 30 feet up.
Okay, she's gonna fly just above it, which would take 30 feet. And then drop down 30 to try to hit it. And misses, and then flies up another 20 feet for a total of 80, and passes turn.
Alright. Finish. Bam. The warrior, he is out of javelins. Let's see, just for shits and giggles. But he sees that one laying on the ground. And he'll pick it up and marvel at it. And then let's throw it at the dragon. Say disadvantage. And it hits. Oops. So now it's sticking in the dragon. And he'll say, "That's a nice crossbow, or javelin. I'm keeping it."
But sticking in the dragon now, he's gonna have to go and go get it.
Truth. Nico.
Nico. How far down? Is this down or up in this area?
So these are both up. This climb up here is 15 feet, and then this one over here is about 20 feet.
Okay. Nico's gonna wild shape into a giant spider.
Nice.
Okay. There we go. I don't want to target him anymore. Oh. And he's gonna move 60 feet. Well, I don't think that's a full 60 feet. He might be back a little bit more. Just because he had to climb.
Right. I think he'd be right about there.
Okay.
Spiders climb the same as walking, but
Yeah,
It is, but it's still
I still had to
movement.
climb up.
Yeah,
know.
it still has to climb.
So that'll be his bonus action to wild shape, and then he's gonna dash as far as he can to get to that star medal.
Nice.
So that'll be Nico's turn.
All right. Shadow Tusk is going to try and stomp on this warrior again and end its puny, pathetic life.
oh man.
And Amitrius, you hear a sickening crunch, and turning back, you see the remains of that warrior. You could probably see its feet underneath his
Nice.
roof. Let me get rid of him. And then he's going to move here because he doesn't like being wet.
Giving him a bath.
Yes.
I'm going to move here. And I'm going to drink a greater healing potion.
Yes, he just
And
went.
end my turn. Let me deduct the greater healing.
It's,
Oh.
you can.
And Gorgio, we need some more
action.
action music.
More actions. Okay. Uh, 16. Hits. Up. And shoots. Double. Miss. Corbin.
Alright, so Corbin can only move half, so he'll move over here. And since I got every effect on me in the universe. I think I'm just gonna dodge.
Okay. Give me a wisdom save and a gun save. Let's do wisdom first. You are no longer scared of the dragon.
Nice.
Right.
But you still can't. Yeah, you didn't get rid of the other one.
I would have rather been afraid.
Let's see, whose turn is it? It is this bugger's number 14. 30. I'll take a shot. Miss. 2. Let's see if they're just here. And take a shot. Let's shoot the dragon. It hits. Six. He's going to cheer on the crowd because he can't do shit. Con save. And he made his con save. Say 15, 30.
There we go.
Oh, narrowly missing Corbin's ear.
Corbin also almost got a free piercing done.
Yes, he did. Alright. That's gross because it recharged. Let's see. Let's see here. So the dragon.
Hey,
Huh? He's going to apply here. Or she's going to apply there, and then she will apply down. And, there. And she will shoot a breath of acid in a straight line, hitting Corbin and Armitris. This is a dex save. If you still have inspiration, I'm going to use it. Hit it now. This was 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then do quick math here. 30, 55, 60, 65, 70, 95. And we'll fly back up. And you can hear it. It's a deep chortle.
Okay, Arcadia is going to continue with her hand crossbow.
Oh, they're getting there. Damn it, I shouldn't have flown back. Fuck, I screwed that up. Someone heal the dragon. Damn, I screwed that one up.
Alright. And she is going to. Not that I can really do much.
So far,
not-
she's done like 60 damage to it.
Well, don't tell the dragon that.
Oh, sorry.
She is going to try to. Can I get off of this map? She doesn't want to go too far away from possibly people healing her. She is just going to move 30 feet south. Moving target. Yeah, right. And then she's going to send Nyx after. So let's see. Oh, math this early in the morning. Right. 35 over. And unfortunately my screen is too small for me to read that number that she is.
The dragon is 25 feet. She is 90 feet.
Okay, so she's gonna move down 30 feet. Or wait, no. Oh, crap. It's 25 feet, 85 feet. So she's 90 feet. So I guess that means she only needs to go down 5 feet. So that would be a total of 40 feet of movement, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Too early.
So they're at 50 feet apart.
And she misses and goes up 40 feet. And past my turn.
Hmm. 20. He will look down and see Shatter Tusk, and we'll go after it. Because literally I can't do shit over here. Spider Nico. Spider Nico is muted.
Sneezing. I didn't want to interrupt anybody else's.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm going to move up a little closer and scoop up the star metal if I'm able to carry it.
What is your strength? It's a 14. Give us a strength. Strength check. It's a heavy boy.
Come on, Spider Nico! Spider Dwarf.
Spider Nico picks up the orb. And everyone else, all of a sudden you hear the dragon let out a loud, bellowing screech as it flips its head back to its cave.
So Nico's going to carry it back
Where we go?
towards the entrance of the cave.
Okay. 15, that's 30.
Down the.
Your speed's only 30, though, right?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Was that an action to pick it up or free action?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I rolled. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. All right, well, he'll stay right there. Or in the process of moving.
Play. Shatter Tusk. Yeah, because now it's going to try and stomp on Delg. No, it does not stomp on Delg. Mishrius.
I will run over here and I will use my bonus action to put Corbin on my back.
Probably
And
this never
15,
happened.
30, 35. I think run over to here. And I will use a greater healing potion on myself.
Okay. Interesting. And kills the mammoth. And then we'll stand there and drool. Poor mammoth. This one. 640. As this one's running past, it looks at Demetrius and shakes its head.
What the fuck? Why is this guy giving me shit?
Coward.
Listen here, you dwarven piece of shit. I have done more in the past 5 minutes than you have in your entire pathetic life.
Yeah, but yet you're running for battle like a coward.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Next time I'm going to stand next to you and you can get a dragon breath to your face.
Bitch. I sent her a friend. The battle is this way.
Yes, well, the dragon is up in the air. Are you going to hit it?
And he's him carrying a spear. Corbin.
I told you all to split up, else it's going to breathe fire on you. Or acid.
Let's see. I will throw a javelin at it.
Nice.
What's the? Hang on. Don't you get disadvantage on the javelin throw?
Why is that?
Because it's 25 feet up in the air. It's 45 feet away.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it's 20 feet away from me, but it's in the air. Yeah, so it would be disadvantage.
Just roll again, see if it hits.
Of course. That's
Doesn't
nice.
matter.
All right. Oh, I need to roll Constitution, don't I?
Yes.
Huh. Weird that it doesn't do it automatically, because it says save E, which is save at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
In the effect.
I don't know why either. Hang on a second. Time. Look something up. And that is done. 14. Dwarves the MVP, I swear. Well,
Did I
dwarves-
make a save at 18, or what do I need to do?
Yeah, you saved. That's what I was looking up, because you equaled it, so I was just making sure that's what it was. And he'll start clapping his hands, and you can do it. You can't do it. No one can. The dragon.
So Corbin is in the same square as I am, by the way.
Okay. 80. 20. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Ah, shit.
Flies right back to a Slayer.
Do you feel lucky, Nico?
Get the hell out of there!
Yeah.
Stealth check.
No. It's carrying a massive. He's carrying a big ass stick of metal, and the dragon's like right next to it. He said,
It probably has blind sense or tremor sense anyway.
Can I see the dragon from
"You
here?
can. You cannot."
If I move 30 feet over directly, can I still see it?
Let's find out. You cannot.
Okay, and then I'm going to dash. Not getting in this clump. I don't want to get a clump. Now can I see it? Well, it doesn't really matter because that's the end of my turn.
It would still. You can kind of see like the tip of its tail, but it's still constituted as full cover.
Alright, well that was my turn, and Nyx, well, I will call Nyx to just fly over me.
Okay.
So she should be able to do that at a pretty high altitude. And I'm past my turn.
And at the end of your turn, the dragon will smack Nico with its tail. Oh shit, it's supposed to have disadvantage. Let me roll it again just to make sure.
You hit him with a 2. It's not gonna matter.
Yeah, you could have rolled a 1. You could have rolled a 1.
A 3. Wow.
Yeah,
Could have rolled a 1.
Damn! Roll full damage too.
Yeah.
No, not quite, but yeah, bad enough.
Almost. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're D8s. But
You
still.
need to get out of there, Nico.
Run
Yeah.
for life, Spider Nico.
Well, we'll see.
Dwarves are good at sprinting.
Dwarf. No, actually, hang on, because that was Arcadia's. And then, yeah, let's see, Dwarf 20. Let's see, what's the range on that crossbow? 400. 30. Disadvantage. And at the end of that turn, she's going to smack him again.
Because she's in her lair, she gets to attack every turn.
Legendary actions. And it hasn't been using its legendary actions because it's been too far up in the air. And that's that one.
Yikes.
Very north one.
Knock me back into Nico form.
And at the end of its turn again, it will smack you once more.
Hasn't even had a turn yet, has it?
No, end of the person's turn. Nico.
I'm gonna throw the star medal down to this level.
Okay.
Because it's probably still in my hands. So,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna dash over to this. Whoop, not that much. Oh yeah, I could dash. Okay.
Yeah, that was 35 right there.
And I'm gonna dash over to here and start climbing up it.
Okay. So let's see, that's 25, so yeah, 15, so...
Probably make it 5 feet. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so you're about 10 feet from the ledge.
Okay.
Tip of the ledge.
And that'll be my turn for now. I gotta get the fuck away from this dragon.
It is not. Demetrius. And Corbin on his back.
Yeah, I'm gonna move dash action, so that's 80 feet. There. So I'll tell Corbin, what's the plan? Do we try to lure it with vengeance, or get out of here? Because if we enter the lair, we are boned.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to hope Nico can get out of there.
Elemental is drooling.
Did you use any the Mad Kilt's disadvantage on any of those tail attacks?
I already used them. I used those before.
Oh, thank you.
No, used the first one. I used it on him, and then the others were already used. The last one he bought was used on the dragon's first attack, so I had to roll it again. And the others were already used up. I got you. Don't worry. And you hear this warrior call it again. It's about time. We are in the dragon's lair right now. Delk. Where the hell is Delk? No, he ran. Yeah, he started running. The dragon. Okay, cool.
How hurt did the dragon look?
She's bleeding. Corbin on Demetrius.
I am going to let Vengeance out of the bag. He needs to breathe anyways.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell her to fly over the top of the entrance and hold her breath attack if he comes out. And make squeaking noises to draw him out.
So kind of like right here.
Yeah, but over the whatever height is above the entrance, so he doesn't have a shot at her unless he comes out.
Okay. Double check. Just plate it is 30. Okay, cool.
And she is holding the cold attack.
Okay.
Oh shit. 40 feet up. How tall is the entrance to this cave?
About 30.
Oh, never mind.
And you hear them saying something in Dwarvish. Wait, there's two of them? As it looks up and sees vengeance.
That one is on our side. Don't touch it.
They know it's on our side. We use it to lure them out.
Oh, yeah, we told them about it.
But they're not the smartest. Come on.
If they're that stupid, then Corbin's gonna kill off every dwarf on this island. I'll join forces with the dragon.
Oh, poor Nico. Nico, you'll do a dex save if you want to use inspiration. You still have it.
I already used my inspiration.
Okay.
Dex save.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, you succeeded, which is good.
Ooh, nice. Barely.
Because, bam.
Oh.
Jesus.
And he's like climbing too.
Damn, that's the third reroll of its breath already.
I know. It's getting really good rolls.
Now.
And after Nico did what it asked to, he gets put down the metal. He does, and then he goes and kills him anyways.
What? So let's do. Who's here? Demetrius and Corbin. Give me a perception.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Cool. So you both are able to see some spiky points grow up right here.
Alright, we ain't going in there anyway.
Arcadia. Oh, Sven, thank you for that research.
Okay, so I can't see the dragon. I'm going to move to a place where I'm hoping I can see it. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to be in a clump of people, because everybody's gathered around. Can I see into the cave? Well, from here.
Yes.
All right, so she's...
She was at 120 and 40, so 140.
Sorry, what was your question?
No, I'm just saying it was 140 feet away from you.
Oh, so I'm 140 feet away?
Yes.
Okay, well, that was 25 feet, right? This is not going to help at all to move up, but I'll still move up 5 feet. A little closer, so now we're at 100 and... Alright, so she's going to still try, so I'm guessing this is with disadvantage, correct?
I'm trying to find your thing.
Hand crossbow has a range of 120 at the most.
30 and 120, and you are 135? No, it'll miss. 120 is just max. Even with disadvantage.
Oh, right. Okay, it's gonna miss. So then I'm gonna...
No.
Then I'm going to...
No.
Dash then and use the rest of my...
Ralph! No.
Oof. That was 30. But I want to get to where I'm where the dragon can't see me. So I'm gonna... Oh, great. I'm gonna go with the people who are always being targeted. I'm gonna head over here. I'm guessing from that vantage point the dragon can't see me.
You can't see it, it can't see you.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna ask Mix to follow me, it's still hovering above me, and pass both of our turns.
Alright. And at the end of your turn... Sven, the dragon needs healing. Help my dragon. Ooh.
There goes Nico.
And he falls
Probably going to
15.
take falling damage
Yeah,
too.
yeah, so, oof. Oh, that would be, that's... And I don't think it's going to care that you're down. I think it's Uranus Lair. Let's see, Dwarf 20.
Well, it did capture Loopy Whoopie.
Yeah, but it's already fought Nico.
Oh yeah.
And he stole the medal. That's the big thing. But luckily for Nico, it's out of range because it's 20 feet up and its tail can only hit a certain range. Damn it. And the spawn say, "Come on, let's go." And then it will like step in and be like, "Oh, ow." Guys, there's spikes here. Nico, death save in the tower, please.
Roll a 20.
Jesus, that's a lot of ground spike damage. All right.
It says that I already had rolled one.
Falling damage. That would any damage is failed. As far as I know.
Sorry, Nico, I can't go in there. I would die.
Demetrius.
It'll happen.
Save my dragon.
I
Heal
will
my dragon.
dismount Corbin next to Arcadia.
Oh, that's not nice, man. You're supposed to heal
I
the dragon.
will, can I move here next to this cave entrance? Or is that
like
or
no,
rather just
that would be that's the entrance right there.
Can I see it from here? No, I can't, right?
No.
I will say, everyone, there are spikes right here, and I will point them out to everyone and tell them move back from this edge. Split up and ready ranged attacks. And I will ready a melee attack if it comes in melee range. Or rather, I already have that passively. I will ready a ranged attack of my own.
Okay. From there, I want to see something real quick. Hang on.
The all-powerful water elemental will sit there and continue to drool.
Well, no, hang on. I want to see something.
Or does it go away because Nico's down?
No, I don't think it goes away.
Oh, it just becomes uncontrolled and then kills us all?
Oh, no, hang on. Now, what I want to look, if you don't issue any commands to the elemental, it defends itself from hostile creatures, but otherwise takes no action.
You lose control. Oh, okay.
But it's not a spell, it was a gem you used.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
hang
it was
on.
a gem, so
This gem contains a mode when you use extra bracket air element or an elemental summon as if you had cast the counter elemental spell.
Oh, yeah, so it would have concentration.
Yes. So, let's see here. If your concentration it doesn't disappear, so you lose control, it becomes hostile towards you and your companions, and it might attack.
Because, you know, who wanted to live today anyway?
Each round I'll roll a d20. 10 and below it'll attack. 11 and higher it won't. Unless somebody attacks it. Does that make sense? So, like, if it attacks you and you don't attack it next round, it might not attack. I don't know. This round it does not attack. So right now it's just standing there drooling. 16. Vengeance. What is Vengeance doing this round?
Same thing. Just waiting for the guy to come out and hold its attack.
Okay.
Maybe you can lure it or something with a cry or a spitfire.
That's what I already said. He's still doing that.
Yeah, it's crying.
But he doesn't pay any attention to me. He wants to kill Nico over and over again.
Well, no. There's a specific reason why. It's in his lair, fucking with this shit. I mean, come on.
Not anymore. He's
not
an easy
anymore.
spot on the floor now.
Exactly. Let me play my dragon, man. I like my dragon. I don't want my dragon to die. Sure.
Already a javelin to throw at it. I see it.
14. Man, this reminds me of the last time you guys were fighting this dragon. All kind of lining up right outside here. This warrior is going to yell, "Oi! Ugly fat thing! Come and eat me!" And it's going to like run behind the water elemental.
You tucked into the water elemental or the dragon?
The dragon. And these are, all these guys are readying actions. Well, the ones who can actually shoot. This one... no roll required because you all will be able to see this.
But it moved it.
It did.
The thing only worked inside its lair.
Oh shit, you know what, you're actually right. Because, I mean, technically it's in this layer, but yeah, you're right. It was, yeah. Point, you can see, wait, no, hang on, let me double check, sorry. Choose a point on the ground that you can see within 120 feet of it. Yeah, so it actually will put it here.
Maybe it'll piss the water elemental off and it'll attack it.
That's right, it did. It did something to provoke it.
It just attacked the water elemental.
It did not. It doesn't go up until the water elemental moves. And it's going to 30. So it's 10, 50, 70. And the vengeance will shoot its thing, and all the other things will start going off.
All right, let me attack.
Well, let me do vengeances first.
Okay.
So he'll take half.
Alright, and then let's see here. We got this one.
I did tell them to prepare ranged attacks last turn.
I like if you were to listen like 5 minutes or 5 seconds ago, I said that they were all preparing attacks. Demetrius.
I've also prepared a ranged attack. If you have multi-attack, and you only attack once if you're ready.
Only once.
What about? I had a range attack too. roll that.
When it comes down to. Alright, this guy. And Corbin.
Corbin, you might want to pop a potion.
I've only got regular
Jeez.
healing potions.
And damage.
Oh, damn.
And this one. We'll do this.
I don't think you applied that damage to a dragon. You have to drag it on.
Oh,
Oh, you're
Just
good
drag
with
it from the chat on dragon, yeah.
The disadvantage is not on. It already went. Alright, this one. This one. Hits. One.
Oh man.
And then, now that that's all done,
That dragon just got turned into shiz kebab.
alright, so, boom, boom, oops. Boom, 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 boom,
Oh, hold on.
boom, boom.
Why does that dragon...
What?
Oh god, is it fire breathing again?
No. Sadly, no. It's not up.
Oh shit.
Wait, hang on. That shouldn't have done that. It needs to roll first. I don't know why I just. Bam.
doesn't really matter. I ain't gonna get anywhere near it inside that circle anyway.
Bam. Oh man, this sucks.
Maybe you can pop the save on everyone.
Well, I gotta take it off for you guys first
Oh yeah.
before I do that. Thank you. Oh. This sucks. You gotta manually go back and delete each one. Okay. Now we can do the save. Okay. Now we do the save. Still has everyone targeted. Good. And now we do this. Now we can do that. Alright. And then it will do this. Disadvantage on the dragon. Hitting poor Vengeance.
What did it hit him with?
Its tail.
He's 40 feet away.
No, he's not. Look at the dragon sight. Look at Vengeance's sight.
10 feet plus 10
Five.
feet is 20,
Plus
right?
5.
He's 30 feet plus
I read it as 15. Because 5 between them, and then a 10.
Well, there's 10 feet. I guess, whatever.
Arcadia.
Okay. Does Arcadia notice that the spike growth has moved?
Yes.
Okay. And she can definitely see the dragon.
Yes.
All right. She is going to just try. She's going to look at the dragon and just try something she hasn't before. And she is going to look at it and say, grovel.
Does it still have...
See what
It still has 1. Ha!
Good luck, everybody. Well, I think I only meant to do that once.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
First one would have failed. It looks at you and shakes its head.
All right. But it shakes its head, so she is going
Ralph.
to move out of this big fat clump of kill us and move back 30 feet. Nyx, I believe, is Nyx immune to being... what was that? Was that wisdom save? Was it to be frightened?
Yeah.
It's immune to being charmed. I'm guessing that's not the same.
That is not.
Okay, so she's going to have... How high is Nyx?
110.
Oh, she's already at...
They're 80 feet apart, or away.
Okay. She's gonna have Nick. Well, just because I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to. The dragon looks like it's a what? Oh, I gotta get a new. Okay, right. So the dragon's 30 feet up. Nyx is 110. I'm just gonna leave Nyx where she is and pass our turn.
Alright. And at the end, it will smack Vengeance again.
This is not my plan.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Dead now?
No. How much HP does she have left? Oh wait, I guess I can make her friendly so you can see it.
Oh shit. About 10 HP, 11. 11 HP.
And it's going to do it again.
Goodbye, Vengeance.
And she falls. I mean, I will give her death saves. Because that's technically an ally.
Party member.
But Corbin, she looks extremely beat up. Like, she just fell 40 feet and is like, what, 2 days old? This one. This guy, he's going to...
Wait, don't move!
What?
That's what Amitri shouts at him.
Well, he's going to look at Vengeance and look at Corbin and say, friend, yes?
Yep.
And we'll pick Vengeance up and we'll start moving over with Vengeance out of try to get out of the spikes. 10, 20. So we'll take 3. So we'll take 3 times 2 is 6. And we'll lay her at your feet. Nico, you got, where is that? That's healing potion.
Power
awesome.
of the cave brings him back to life.
Yeah,
Just
you
a
got it.
regular? Or
Yeah,
regular healing potion?
just a regular. Yeah.
Look at that.
Nice.
Awesome.
Woo!
What the fuck? Poppin'.
Oh, he lives. Oh, he lives.
Holy.
You're at death's door.
Alright, bitches.
just for shits and giggles, roll a death save.
Okay. I won't do it in the tower. I'm going to do it out.
Yeah, dude. Let's see.
Oops, I hit it once.
You would have saved that first
The
one.
first one I would've saved.
That second one, though.
The second one, yeah.
Anyway,
Forgetting.
yeah.
Some of these are double clicks and some of these are single clicks. I got to keep remembering which is which. But yeah. Oh my goodness.
But you're back up. You're flat on your back.
Okay. Well, he's going to half movement to stand up. And he is going to...
He's hide.
Where the hell is he?
He is going to wild shape again into another
Oh, nice.
giant
Wild
spider.
shape.
And okay, so he's got the half movement, so it's 30. I think he could. How far do you think he can make it up this embankment?
15 feet, because you used half to stand up.
Okay, then put him 15 feet up. That'll. We'll just say he's 15.
Right.
I don't know how far it is. I think you said 25.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. That'll be his turn. Awesome.
Matrix.
So I'll put
Wow.
myself in this square inside of this thing because I was in a half square. So I can see the dragon from here, right?
Yes. Ralph!
I will
stop!
look at the dragon straight in the eyes and I will say, I will begin lifting my halberd into the air and I will infuse it as a bonus action with a branding smite. Sharing is caring. Oh, let me share the right one. There we go. In the name of my god and in the name of all the centaur you've burned, die, and I will throw my halberd at it using Baron's crit.
Hang on a second.
Just chuck it.
Halberd. What's the range on that halberd? Sure. I don't know what the range is. Okay.
So it auto hits, right?
Yeah, as long as it's with. I don't know. What's the range of a halberd?
I mean, it's just a spear.
Okay. Yeah, so that would hit. Go ahead.
Improvised weapon throw, but it hits anyway. So.
Oh, wow! Oh my
Right in his
God.
chest.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Whew.
Is that, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So the dragon falls to the ground, and this thing goes away.
But you're there.
I want to immediately give a healing potion to Vengeance.
All right. Go ahead with that. thanks to Brogar, cheater in chat. And we're out of combat.
Mhm.
Let's take our turn here.
Uh-huh.
And come back at 20 after.
Thank you.
Stop. Why you no stop? Eat some soup. Alright, stream. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes. If you go away, please come back. They finally killed the dragon. Yay. And hit my buttons. Rock wants the food. Oh, wants the food. Yeah? Oh, okay, let's go. Come on. And we are back. I guess I can hit this button. Oops. Right. No? Oh, whatever. So yeah. Dragon's dead. And, Spider Nico are somewhere.
Alright. Well, I think the first thing Amitrius is going to do, he is going to lift his hands, and he's going to do a little dance, and he's going to whoop. Like, woo!
He's gonna whoop.
Yeah, woo!
Whoop whoop.
That's what I was.
And grab his old halberd from the dragon's chest. And he's going to run over towards the party and pat them on the shoulders, like, we did it, it's dead. Just celebrate a little.
Deluxe says, thank you. I'm here all night.
All right.
Corbin would like to retrieve his javelin and take it over to the dwarf that saved the dragon and present it to him.
Alright, that is number 31.
Oh, he's giving him his javelin of lightning?
Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
Corbin kind of considers it useless anyways, but he saved my dragon, so he deserves some gift.
He definitely deserves
Wow.
something like that.
So, yeah, he will start crying, like tears streaming, and has a gift from one of the chosen ones.
Ask him his name to troll engorge you.
They call me 16.
Yeah, I will give it to him and I'll say, yes, I'm sorry, it is not a very worthy gift, but it is the best I have right now.
And he will fall to his feet, or fall to his knees, and kiss your feet, and will say, Physis the Mighty will put this to his family for generations to come.
He had the name generator, you guys. He had a name generator.
He did not have a name generator.
No, you had it. You made it yourself. Not bad.
No, I didn't make it myself. It's actually it's the ancient for growth.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what is his name? I missed it. What was his name?
Physis.
His
Can
name
you
is
spell
Grove.
that?
I will give a rousing speech to these dwarves. I will say, all of you, you are all one and all legends, and your deeds will go down into the long ages that follow as heroes yourselves. And I will do a nice performance check for that. Wish me luck, guys. It's not that impressive.
Yeah, because you see.
Corbin will try to help you with his instrumentals.
All right, go ahead.
If I can improve your performance. Oh yeah, I make it much better for you.
Shit! Oh, he's made an epic.
Yeah, soundtracks always really elevate the action.
So you see, while you're first giving the speech, most of the dwarves are staring at the mammoth, kind of like hungrily, and then they look at you and they all put their fist to their chest and do a little bow.
I will say, I want to make one and all of you an offer. Join me on the Ultras and become my crewman, and you will live a life of adventure.
They look around. Physis will look up at Corbin with tears in his eyes and says, "You have my undying vow if you want it."
Yes, have your people join us, as Demetrius says. Only you must modify your code. You must be the vegans that can eat fish.
And he looks. He gives you a little cock of the head and says, he smiles and says, "That's the smelly dwarves."
All right.
I will run into the cave and see if I can free Loopy.
Yeah, make him your hype man, Corbin.
So I would say I think you could get probably 2 dwarves and then Physis. The other barbarians, their tribe's pretty much been decimated, so they have to go repopulate, if you will.
Yeah. I want to let them know that if they don't join, it's not like a dishonor. I still consider them friends and heroes. It's purely an offer for those that want to live a life with it next to the gods. That's all.
The crazy celebration and speeches are not for Arcadia, so she's going to go into the lair.
And
As she usually does.
And keep in mind the water elemental is standing there drooling still.
Oh no.
Great.
Just the water elemental.
I'm gonna walk over. I'm going to look at the water elemental and I say, that counts for you too, buddy. And then I'm gonna slap it on the shoulder. I have no idea that this dude is not under control anymore. I mean, Nico is fine.
When you do that, it will do. Where the bloody hell is he? So when you go and slap him on the shoulder, what you think is the shoulder, he's going to turn around and do the same to you.
All right. I'm just gonna duck, but I get my hair washed. And I'm like, I'm gonna laugh awkwardly. Walk away.
Alright, so Corbin, I'm assuming Spider Nico will probably beat you there.
Yeah, he's probably,
Already had her untied with
he's untying her with his 8 legs. He's like, trying to get that.
So when you're untying her, she kind of opens her eyes and sees a massive spider.
Corbin yells, "Don't worry, Loopy. I will save you from the big spider."
Well, this is happening after your celebration where you're giving out the spear and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because he was already here.
And also, I would have said this, that Arcadia doesn't really do that, so she would have just started moving pretty much as soon as the dragon was down.
True.
So I'm guessing she's probably in there a fair amount as well.
Yeah, that right there is your shiny metal of star.
Ooh, shiny. She's gonna go and grab it.
All right, hang on a second. Where is the bloody thing? Where is it? I had a thing. And that is in parachute.
Loopy Whoopy untied and
Yeah, so Loopy sees a spider. You see her, I don't know, how would you feel if a spider probably the size of a car, or like the size of a Buick, is sitting there looking at you and like right next to you, and you're just in and out of it.
But just let her free, though.
Yeah. But she'll look at you, and after you untie her, and she'll kind of like shy away as far as she can, like, which isn't far because she's like torn to shit.
Unfortunately, Spider Nico can't talk, or he'd be like, "Be calm. I am here to help you."
It sounds like
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh my god!"
I gently put my little hairy feet out and try to carry her. I guess I can't carry her, so I don't want to grab her and scare her. So.
Yeah, you put out your little leg and she screams, but I think Arcadia at this time would hear it.
I think I'm gonna drop my thing right now. So I would carry her down, but I don't think Spider Nico is gonna get very far with picking her up.
Probably not.
No. So he's just gonna be like, It's okay, it's just me, Nico. I've got you now, I've got you.
But you came back.
We came back to get you. Don't worry about the dragon. It's gone. We'll get you down from here, Loopy.
Well, Okay.
So,
What about
see what
what about Corbin? Is he okay?
Corbin, he's out there. He's outside. He should be fine.
Good, because I owe him a kick.
We'll get you over to him so you can.
Nobody appreciates Corbin.
So I believe I got 50 feet of rope, so I'm gonna tie it up and maybe tie it up around here, and try to slip my way down.
Okay.
Come on, Loopy. Put some knots in the rope to help her get down.
Yeah, she'll take your help. And thank you, and we'll hug and all that good stuff.
Try to get her down towards the entrance, whatever. Let's get down here.
And when you bring her towards the entrance, the remaining people of her tribe come rushing towards her. Oops.
Arcadia sees that Loopy is being taken care of, and I'm gonna take a look around the cave because you said there's lots of gold. Is there any other interesting things in there, like say a discarded bag of holding?
No.
But is there gold? Is there money? What does she find in there?
Yeah, back up over where this pillar was is a mound of gold.
Oh, damn.
And did she find anything else besides that?
Give us a roll.
Perception or investigation?
Depends on what you're doing. If you're just looking at perception, if you're like kind of sifting through it, give me an investigation.
All right, I'm gonna start with perception.
So looking at the mound and around it, all you see is some gold and gem pieces.
Great.
Just normal gem pieces.
All right. I don't know. I have a find marked, so I don't know if I should re-roll that. I can get rolled with advantage. I'm gonna take that off.
Oh, you're fine. That's fine. You made it either way.
Great. Well, she calls out to the guys and say, "Hey, there's a pile of money in here and some gems. And we need to probably harvest that dragon, everything off of it.
Yeah,
Which is
we need to butcher this thing. We need to cook its heart and eat it for its power.
Didn't your halberd kind of go through there? Its chest, like you had mentioned.
Probably damaged heart then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already butterflied then.
Yeah. Just splay it out on the grill.
Yeah. All right, I will begin working on removing its wings, scales, claws, teeth, everything.
Right.
Who's gonna help me?
Arcadia can help you. She has extra expertise in dragons. I'm imagining Corbin does too.
Yeah. I'm not very good at medicine, though. I only got +1 in medicine.
Who has the best? I think. What check are we using? Medicine, nature.
It's up to you.
Who has the best medicine check? I have +2.
Life's better than me.
I got a +7.
Ooh, well, there you go, Druid.
We'll offer you help, Nicodemus.
Okay.
What are you going for right now?
We're going for the wings.
Okay.
The teeth, the eyes, the tongue, the heart, scales.
Let's start off with the wings first. Because this is like an adult dragon, so it's big and heavy.
I imagine Demetrius is standing there with a big line of Tupperware boxes.
and where are you going to put all these, whatever you get?
Corbin's got a lot of space. I still got the bag.
Same.
We get 2 bags
Looks
of
like we
holding.
got the wings. We can make a hang glider out of them or something. I don't
But the thing is, the wings is like. Does anyone know offhand the dimensions of the bag of holding?
I think I could have it on the item itself. Let's see.
So it's 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. I don't think because Sicky.
64 cubic feet. Yeah, that's probably not enough. 500 pounds. Yeah.
Well, I can hold 500 pounds, but I'm looking at the 2 because you have to be able to put it in the bag itself.
I mean, we can still get a cart to
How
drag
much,
it to
how
the
much
ship.
do the wings weigh?
How much does an adult dragon weigh? Let's see.
Oh
know.
shit.
Tons.
Wings would be... Actually, it's like a bird. They'd be pretty light, right?
I think they use magic to fly. The wings are just for show.
Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Give me a look again. Let's see. Overall length 33 feet. Neck is 12 feet. Tail 9 feet. Body 12. Standing 7. Max 9. Max wingspan 45. Weight is 2,700 pounds.
How much is that as a wing?
Let's see. Let's see. The wings would probably be like I don't know, like an eighth of that because they're light. So an eighth of 2,700. I'm not doing math this early.
I mean, just decide if they fit or not.
Oh,
need to calculate.
fit in the bag? No, they ain't gonna fit in the bag.
All right, we'll find some kind of cart from like one of the tribes, or make one from a few trees, and we'll put them on there.
We had nails on last time.
It's probably gonna take us like a day or two to probably transport this to the ship.
Okay. Just tell me how long you want to spend doing. Like, if you want to completely harvest this and say get a cart or make a cart, I don't even know if you can make one because the barbarians don't have one. It'd probably take a day, 2.
I mean, I'm up for it. Is everyone else?
Yeah. Corbin can, because I still got an hour of being large, right? So, since I'm in my large form, I can double my lift, push, drag. I can lift over 800 pounds, so I'll lift those wings and carry them to the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm also going to try and I'll ask Nicodemus to cut out the heart, and I will try to make a feast of it for everyone involved in the battle.
Now give me a survival for the heart.
I will help you, Nicodemus. I have.
And when I lift the wings, I will flex for
Survival.
DC 13 for the heart. DC probably is 13. Yeah, you get the heart out.
I easily got it.
So taking the heart out, you can see that there is some damage to it, but it's still dragon heart.
What do I need to roll to cook it?
Do you have cooking? Are you proficient in cooking?
I should be. Let's see. I have like.
I did not see proficiency. I see gaming and instruments.
Does anyone have cooking?
No, I don't think so.
No.
We're gonna.
Sushi it.
Yeah, we're gonna wing it.
Take some, slice it up and take some leaves and wrap it up like sushi.
Yeah, we're not gonna make a feast out of this one. Yeah, I mean, it's just to take in its strength, right? I mean, he's just gonna prepare it raw. He's not gonna cook it. He's gonna, exactly what you said, put it with the leaves. And,
Did you
yeah.
see?
I'll walk back to the ship with my dragon so she doesn't have to see that.
Okay.
come on, you need its power,
But
Corbin.
you're carrying back the dragon wings.
Corbin, wait up. If you don't eat the heart, you will not get the dragon's ferocity. Don't you want the dragon's power?
No, I'll pass on that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So who's eating chocolates of raw dragon heart?
Right quick, hang on. Corbin, you're going back to the ship while they're doing this?
Yeah, now come back.
Okay. Alright.
Did nobody heal? Further heal Vengeance? Is she looking bad?
I put her in the bed. She's in bad shape, but she's in the bed resting.
Okay.
Do the dwarves eat from the dragon?
The dwarves, they're kind of staring at the mammoth, and then the dragon, and then at Delg. And then, because, Biggins. And Delg just shrugs and says, do what you want.
I'll point to the mammoth and say, why don't you carry this back to your tribe and make a feast out of it?
And you hear one of the dwarves shout, no! We will bury it.
What? No, you can't. That's a waste. If you bury it, it will rot away.
We don't eat meat.
Then do you mind if we take it?
Do what you want.
All right. I will try to sneakily feed some of the dwarves whilst the woman is not watching. Can I do a skill check for that?
Yeah, sleight of hand.
All right. Wish me luck, guys. +1. Feed some of the dragon heart.
Yeah, I would say. Well, let me roll hers.
Oh no.
So when you go to feed, start slipping pieces. The woman says, "No." And then we'll go and stand right next to you and kind of blocking it.
All right, I will stop feeding the dwarves and I will eat a piece myself and offer the rest of the party a piece. And I guess then we take the bones and the spine somehow. Can you carve out the spine and the bones?
Are you gonna harvest like the brain or the stomach or any of that stuff, or just the meat? And I'm just trying to see what you're getting and how much and all that stuff.
I guess blood, scales, bones.
Okay. Scales, you can get the scales easily.
Does it have
Well,
bones?
not easily. If you're gonna sit there and go for the scales, that's gonna take some time to help get each individual scale.
But Arcadia's looking around in the cave. Are there any discarded? Like, has she molted?
Oh, she has not actually.
So I want teeth, spine.
So essentially, you just want to spend like a day or two just.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
If Nico rolls, you let know how much of what we get, and I'll add it to the Ultros.
While we're there, how long are we gonna spend? Because I'm just to remind you, the top we have. Well, we have. Wait a second. I need to find the most recent. How did we do this?
We have 3
We now-
days until
right.
the tournament,
Right.
so I guess we have plenty of time to get the dragon and then sail to the city.
Well, remember, it takes us anywhere from. It's taken us from 2 to. It takes us a couple of days to get places, so I'm not sure how long that'll take. So we shouldn't dally. We should just move as quickly as possible. Because we don't. I don't know if we want to miss the beginning of the games.
Let's just spend 1 day then, and then we have 2 days to get to the games.
Okay. Alright. So we're going for.
Corbin returned from the ship, muttering, saying, "Stupid gods don't like us killing dragons."
And as you walk up, you see them like in the middle pulling out teeth.
Yeah, just like yoinking them out. Teeth as big as your arm.
I'll make sure.
It's not a claw by the gods, it's a tooth.
Give me a percentile, somebody.
All right. I think that's the very last one, right?
Yeah.
Here.
All right, so you are able to extract 13 teeth.
So lucky.
Yes,
Dragon.
Unlucky for the dragon.
13 dragon teeth. How much skills do we get? Like just cutting off portions of skin.
Another percentile.
All right.
690 if you spend about 12 hours to do it.
Can I spend like 4 hours? Get less.
All right, so let's say about 120 then if you're spending 4 hours.
Okay, 120. Dragon.
And let's see, scales. Those aren't too much. Teeth aren't too much.
How much does anyone else have vials and stuff with them to capture some dragon blood? I mean, we have empty potion vials, right?
Yeah, several.
So can I get 5 empty vials of dragon blood?
Sure. And now you're covered in blood, and now you start seeing like animals kind of coming around and like kind of like out into the tree line, but they're sitting there watching.
And the last thing I need is either I need horns. It's the last thing I need, or bones. Can I get some finger bones, like claw bones?
You can make the check. DC at 15.
Oh, okay. Nico, can you do it?
Oh, certainly. This would be a medicine check.
Survival.
Yes.
Straight survival.
Got it.
If you want to do that, Arcadia has good survival.
Well, get above the 10.
So he cracks or breaks a couple of the bones.
My luck's running out.
Should I go over and if it's just on the fingers, there's another hand that's available. What am I mean, Arcadia can try. What's this?
Just a
Try with the other
survival.
claw.
Yeah, DC at 15. And she also cracks and shatters the bones on that
Crap.
hand.
Wow.
Whilst they are doing the claws, can I try the horn with a straight survival?
Yes, DC at 15.
So
And
close.
You crack off that horn.
Alright. Damn, that's a lot of good shit that we lost. Alright.
That's okay. We're tired. We just need to get the hell out. Let's go. So
All
did
right.
we say? So did we like spend the? Did we just spend all day and leave and spend the night on the ship, or are we spending the night there? How's this working?
You tell me.
They say we get back to the ship.
I think we should spend 24 hours harvesting this dragon.
And stay awake the whole time, or are you going back
No.
to camping here, or what are we doing?
I want
I
to
mean,
get back to the ship.
Yeah, I think we've
Well,
already
I-
gotten what we're gonna. I think we've gotten what we've gotten. We don't want the elves to find us, and let's
Yeah.
just go.
A lot of angry
Alright.
elves around here.
Well,
And we are holding a necklace at their ears.
And the great games are starting.
So leaving the whole mammoth and probably 3/4 of this dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, is there some universe where we can ask the tribes to continue the rest of the harvesting for us?
The dwarves won't. The barbarians, you might be able to get like 2 or 3 to stay.
I mean, what do you guys think? Because I really think the ingredients are worth it.
Yeah, we're gonna need them. I don't know how much we need.
I just didn't know how much we can actually get in the time, or do you want to, stay there as long as we can, spend the night, and then head out in the morning, or I don't know how you want to. I'm guessing we probably have attracted some attention like this.
I think some of these items are going to be very useful for you, Arcadia. So, I mean,
Arcadia is fine with the star medal, but she is a little concerned about the elves. We wanna get another fight.
Even though Corbin doesn't mind killing the bad dragons as much as the gods seem to care, he's still kind of grossed out by it all. Especially because you guys are like mangling it while you're trying to get.
I mean, Amitrius is waist deep in a dragon corpse, and he's like blood up to his neck, and he's just like reaching in with both of his arms and just pulling out shit and cutting away. Like he's got no problem. Like the nastiest butcher you've ever seen.
All right, Sweeney.
Being a little sick.
All right, well, let's get out of here. If that's the vote, let's do it. We have what we have.
So not staying the night, just going back to the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have what you
Don't forget,
have.
we're taking the treasure and the star medal too.
Of course.
You ain't leaving that.
You didn't mention. So somebody gonna go up and grab the gold?
Oh, we completely forgot to. Okay, yeah, we're going to get all of the treasure. We're going to explore this cave.
I thought she already got the gold.
Guys,
Oh,
you gotta
she does
stop
get a
hurrying.
perception on it.
She looked at the gold. She never
I say
grabbed it.
we explore this cave properly. Let's
Yeah.
not skimp on the
Arcadia.
end.
Yeah, Arcadia already did that and said there's golden gems in that pile, but you can check if you want to see if you see.
What about the little entrances here? Are they there? Little cave.
No.
So Arcadia, did you take all of the gems and the gold?
No, in fact, let me see. Did you?
I can shovel them into my bag of holding. Yeah, I'm taking out a shovel and I'm going to shovel the pile into my bag of holding, and I do have a shovel.
But what about all the other stuff that you just put in there? I'm just because the bag of holding only carries so much.
I mean, yeah, Corbin, can you come over here?
Yeah, I'll let you use mine. I don't got very much in my bag.
Plus, imagine like going in and digging out some money and you come out with like blood.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to wash it later, but
Well, there's no blood on the gold, right?
No, I'm just saying like from the dragon itself. Like, the
yeah.
I've got a couple extra baggies that I was using to hold like the silver and copper pieces, so I can definitely break out some bags and throw them into the bag of holding with the gold.
And how much weight do you have left with that bag?
It's gotta be a lot because I don't got very much in there.
Bag of holding holds up to 500 pounds.
I have probably 100 pounds.
Okay, so then if you
Mine
want,
is about full.
huh? Yeah, yours.
Mine is full.
See if it,
But remember, Arcadia and Nico, can you turn into an animal that can carry a lot of shit?
I'm done with my wild shapes.
Short rest?
Yes.
Because, come on, we're not leaving behind treasure. Come on.
So spending another he wants to spend another hour because he was helping out too.
Yes.
Okay.
And Arcadia's gonna ask. She's gonna actually ask Corbin if he can hold on to this. If he can put the orb in his back, in the bag of holding, which is 10 pounds. Because with carrying it, she's encumbered.
Yeah, I can just hold that. I don't even need to put it in the bag of holding.
All right.
Corbin can personally carry 100 pounds more, and got the bag of holding can probably take another.
I think I have double lift because I'm a centaur. Let's see. Carry. No, that's just a creature. Quadruple stride. No.
So Arcadia, I'm assuming because you've done this in the past, Nyx is kind of flying around, keeping an eye on stuff.
Yep. Watch out for them elves.
Amitrius
Yes, sir.
is not leaving this cave
Yeah.
until every last coin is taken.
Or until a tribe of elves shows up. Does Nick see anything in the distance?
I mean, we just killed a dragon. I'm not sure those elves are gonna give a shit now. I mean, if they do.
They might want to see what's in here now that the dragon's gone. They're like,
Yeah, but we killed it, so we're more powerful than a dragon.
Yeah,
don't
not
have
if you bring their
pretty
whole
big elves.
tribe. Okay, there's a. So Nix says there's a larger party heading this way about 1.5 miles out, so we need to go.
Alright, how much stuff did I get?
First of all, does the party look like elves, or it's not like from the Ultros? Like she wouldn't.
No, they're coming from the west.
Oh, coming from the west, we got to get the hell out. They're the elves.
Don't be startled. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to mess with the whole party of them.
We had trouble with 7 of them. If that's an entire tribe with their chief, I don't want to mess with it. And Arcadia says we need to go.
How
She's
many
not gonna
treasure
argue.
did we shovel into this bag?
So this happened when you guys came in. Is when Nyx came back.
All right. Well, I'm still taking my time. How much
We got no
can I shovel in?
You're gonna climb up and all that good stuff. Okay.
I have a rope of climbing.
Okay. So climb up. That's what I asked. Okay. So you're climbing up and shoveling things in. You said how much weight do you have left in your bag?
I have Corbin's bag with 400 pounds left.
All right. So let's see. Each. I got math here. And you're gonna take as much. Are you taking as much as you can? Or you're gonna take all of it, or what are you gonna do?
I'm taking as much as fits in the bag.
Okay.
Just shoveling. I can outrun a few elves with my horse speed.
So as you're shoveling it in, eventually that bag, when you start trying to put more in, some more things pop out. Like the coins start kind of like popping out, like the bag's kind of full.
So it's full now. So I can't fit anything more in this bag.
Correct.
I can carry another 100 pounds. If you put me in there.
I'm not sure how we. I think with this bag full of treasure that I used the shovel to get in there, it's about time to.
Run away.
I know. I'm going to just put some in my saddlebags as well. A few more pounds. Not too much, but just a few empty bags that I still have to fill.
Nyx is back and says they're about a half mile out. We need to go now. Arcadia is insistent.
Well, you go on ahead. I'll be there in a sec.
With the dragon.
I'll fill what I can in my saddlebags and then run after them. I'm twice as fast as Corbin anyway.
Okay, let's just get the hell out. We're going.
I'll take the bag back from. And put
Who's
it on
carrying
the-
that star medal?
Corbin is.
Oh, Corbin is? Okay.
I got the
Okay.
medal, I got the bag of gold, I got everything.
I'll carry as much gold as I can.
I have the ingredients of the dragon in my bag.
Okay.
As Corbin's running away, you see him shrink down too, because his.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's do this. Oh yeah, you all hear the drum beats, and they're definitely coming. But you are, since you left when somebody was insistent on leaving, you will not have an encounter with the elves.
Okay, so can we just say we're back at the ship now?
Yes.
Before we leave, before we get there, Arcadia asks Amitrius to set the Antikythera to Mitros while he's on land.
We had
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we already did that when we showed up. Okay, so let's go.
Did Corbin get kicked by Loopy Whoopy at least?
Yes, she kicked him. That's one of the first things. Like, very, like, you know, because she's still hurt and all this stuff, but yeah, she did a little slight kick.
Right in the butt. Oh!
I will ask
I'll
her,
find
Luffy,
you
if she
again.
wants to join as a crew member.
She will decline. She cannot abandon her tribe.
Corbin will show Loopy the dragon, because
Glad we see
girls can't avoid
Loopy
cute,
Whoopy.
can't be mad with cute pets.
And she will pet the pigeons.
All right.
Give it a boop on the snoot.
How much did we manage to loot?
So you're going. All right. So we're back on the ship. Hang on. Let's do this.
Corbin will dump out his bag, see what the hell Demetrius put in there.
Oops.
Yeah.
So you gonna. So when you come back to the ship, You do see Pythor there up on deck, and he looks very sullen. You do not see Kyra anywhere. You also do not see Kamos or Fulan.
Well, too excited for that now. I dump the gold that I've looted onto the deck from my saddlebags and from Corbin's bag of holding.
And immediately the people on deck go grabbing.
No. I pull out my weapon and I point at them and say, "Stay back. Stay back. You will all get your share."
And you start counting?
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, just add it to the... I will give them, like, a good share. We'll just give them, like, a handful of gold each. I don't know.
I don't know if Nico can count that, or Demetrius can count that high.
Arcadia would say once we get on the ship, we need to get underway. So stop counting the money and tell the people where to go, Captain.
Fine, I'll tell them, get the ship moving, then we'll give you some gold. Because I have made an entire crew roster, and we have 102, 105 crew members, and 4 heroes.
So, alright, so the ship sets sail, and as it's, like, kind of... Let me find this picture right quick.
And speaking of which, when you say that Arcadia wants to look for Kamos, she looks for Kamos because she wants to ask him to take a look at the medallion.
And so, walking the length of the ship, she does not see him at all, nor Kyra or Fulan.
She's going to go up to Pythor and asks where they are.
He gives you a grunt and says she left. She needs to get back to the city.
That's where we're going.
The city of Mitros?
Yes.
Any reason why? Did she say why?
No.
Then where's Kamos?
He looks very sullen and very not his jovial drunken self lately. Right now. So, and he'll say that Kamos and Fulan went with her.
Okay.
Arcadian doesn't. What? Oh, Black Book. Yeah, Arcadia doesn't mind sullen. It's just like that's kind of her mood anyway. So she doesn't phase her, and she says, "Do you know why they went? And why are you in such a bad mood?"
Because she had to leave. She wanted to leave when the Corbin came back with the wings. It kind of upset her. There's no reason to kill a majestic creature like that.
Amicia will laugh at that.
And she looks at him and said, "It was to get something that will ultimately help you, I think, according to the Oracle."
So,
But
is
murder
everyone...
is murder.
Oh, sorry.
No, he'll just say murder is murder.
Well, it wasn't just gonna hand over the star metal to us.
Well, I've killed dozens of bandits and centaurs and humans, and why is all of that okay? But we defend ourselves from a murderous dragon, and it's a big disaster.
Did the dragon come after you, or did you go after
Yes.
the dragon from its own home?
It came after us. We were eating dinner, and it flew over and acid breath us.
Did it acid breath you, or the barbarians that it attacked earlier?
I don't know. I was there. It spit fire in my general direction. That's an attack.
But did it hit you, my friend?
I don't remember. Yes, it did hit me with acid, yes. I still have the burns to prove it.
It hit, hold on a second.
It attacked my dragon also.
Did the dragon attack it first?
Yes, it came out and tried to attack it immediately, actually, and chased me all over the place as I was running away. So I had no choice but to kill it.
He's trying to say that it was just defending its lair from you guys, because you guys went after it.
One thing, Pythor, I enjoyed killing that motherfucker, and I'll do it again.
Arcadia will look at Pythor and say, "It attacked us when we were having dinner, since Loopy then came back and hit me."
1,000 dragons will die by my hand.
And you see his eyes kind of glow a little, like like Raiden's eyes from Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah.
His eyes kind of do that.
I'll raise my hand. I'll say if they give me good reason to, of course. And can I give every crew member on board 25 gold, which would be 2,700 gold?
Sure. After we do that.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on. Commas isn't here. Hang on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, okay, just pointing out that Arcadia did say that the dragon's attack, it did hit. It did hit
Can
her.
we
Of the
give-
entire party, it hit Arcadia.
Can we give Gamus's gold to the crew?
Nope.
Can I gather everyone say I think we should pay the crew a little bit?
Oh, you don't want to use your own gold like you said you would.
No, I never said I would use my own gold. I said I wanted to pay the crew from the pile of gold that we have.
Corbin's fine with that.
If each of us, if we all pay, I don't know, 500 gold, then we can do it.
It's only 2,000. I thought you said you're doing like 2,700.
Yeah, I'll pay. We'll put them a little less. Instead of 25 gold, we'll give them 20 gold.
Wow.
That's like what a peasant, like, I don't know, makes a year. That's a good bounty.
All the money, like the 10,000 gold, you can give them 20 each. Okay, I'm not saying.
I mean, we have 108 crew members.
We
That's
also
like-
need that. We also need that gold to pay Volcon to build things for us. Those people will not be alive if we're all dead.
It's like more than they could ever dream of having. So is everyone okay with deducting 500 gold?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not you, Nico?
They're lucky. They get fed.
I love it.
Okay, since Nico does not want to, they all get 15 gold instead. If the rest does do it,
And
I will
then-
deduct 500 from them.
And they grumble at the 15 gold.
That is literally more than they have ever had.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Probably more than they earn in a year at least.
Is it time to take a rest? Because Arcadia is tiring of all of this haggling.
Corbin's going to go down and pile up some gold and let some of his gold and let the dragons sleep on it. Because dragons like that.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Oh, a cute little baby dragon gold nest.
Give me a second, because I had something for Corbin, but I don't think I saved it.
That's funny. Put the gold down, the dragon curls up on it.
A sailor costs 5 copper per day. So that's actually 5 times 365.
I can see the end of this adventure.
That's, I think,
going to be mutinied by the crew.
10. That is
Are we at Mitros yet?
Oh no.
18 gold per
Don't
day
make me
per
turn this foot
year.
around, Arcadia.
They earn 18 gold per year.
So that's not literally more than they've ever had.
No, it's almost a year salary that they just got. A little below their yearly salary. Yeah.
All right. So Corbin, I want to hopefully share this with you. Tell me if you can see that.
A king.
You can see that.
Yeah.
All right. Just say that because that's beneficial to you. Especially the third paragraph right now. All right. So as the ship is departing and you guys are... Oh, go ahead. What did you say?
Yeah, so obviously I'll do that every rest.
Okay. As you guys are having a pissing contest about the gold and stuff, and the ship's rounding the bend, you can see a horde of elves lined up along the beach, and like not where Loopy Whoopy's camp is, but like farther out, and they're just staring at you, and you see about 60 of them.
We'll be back, you elven sons of bitches.
Show him your necklace.
Yeah.
I'll show him my necklace. I'll dangle my necklace.
No.
Can I do something? Can I tie my Can I tie my necklace to a javelin and shoot it to them?
So really quick, Arcadia, do you want to remind them what the elves are good at doing?
Yes.
With bows.
She said, no. If there's any chance, if we need this boat, fixed up, and if they don't know that we killed them, they're the best boat makers in the land.
I say fuck them.
She's going.
I'm just gonna do it anyway.
No, Arcadia's gonna stop him. Let's have a fight then.
All right, you want to fight?
Stupid. She thinks this is stupid.
Why? They already came after us. Look at them. They're staring at us. They already know we did it.
Do they look like they knew we did something? Let's not further antagonize them.
They do not look like they know you guys killed their kin, but they're staring at you like you're outsiders and you're leaving their island.
Well, they're probably happy, so don't antagonize them.
If you have to insist, Arcadia, this time, but being a hero is about leaving a reputation behind you. If these elves think that we're pushovers.
How do they think we're pushovers? Besides, being a hero is also being intelligent about not causing more trouble than you already can handle. Why have more enemies than we already have?
Because, Arcadia, some people are worth killing. They're bad people, these elves. And greedy. But fine, we'll do it your way for now. But those elves better stay out of my way.
So we're not going to fuck with them?
Nah, Arcadia convinced him.
Corbin's too busy with this dragon in his pile of gold.
Yes, the little dragon, you put the pile of gold on the ground, the dragon curls up in it, and then it looks at you and gives a small hiss, and act like it's going to protect its gold.
Oh no, now you've created a monster. Get away from me.
Alright,
cool. Oh man, that module that gives a gold weight is insane.
Yeah, gold is not light.
Oh god, okay, I'm gonna put some in my bag. Jesus.
Arcadia is going to...
Okay.
She might take her... Do we have places on... I'm guessing we have places on the ship to keep personal items.
Yeah, I think, well, I know Corbin's shacked up in that one room by himself, but down, over here, the stern, there's, you get your own cots and maybe a foot locker.
It looks like there's, little
foot lockers.
Chests, foot lockers and stuff.
Alright. Yeah, I might dump my 25-pound hunting trap, which is just a pain in my ass right now.
Oh yeah, I have that as well. I'm gonna just, if you put it in a party sheet, I can put it on the Ultros.
Oh, great, thanks. Then if all of a sudden, we're gonna damn, I wish I had a hunting trap.
Yeah.
I only had a hunting trap.
I'm gonna get rid of some of these fucking shovels.
How many shovels do you have?
I mean, I think we got given shovels and mining picks for something. Why do I have 4 bells? I think 1 bell is plenty. Alright. Put it all in the ship's hold.
I got some stuff I gotta put in there too.
The Ultros is currently carrying around 2,300 pounds.
That should be nothing for this ship.
Oh, there it is. Cool.
Oh, the hand crossbow is nice.
Before bed, Corbin will go around to the crew and console them for being underpaid by just in case.
Underpaid? They just got a year salary.
Just in case they.
If anyone is ungrateful, they're not getting anything.
I'm gonna. Do we feel safe leaving money in a place? Because because you gave me all this gold, and now I'm really can't carry it all.
You can make an item with the same weight as the gold and put it in your bag of holding. That's
I don't
how
have
I
a
did
bag
it.
of holding.
Oh damn! You need to get one.
Corbin,
I know.
Corbin offers to hold your gold in his bag of holding
Oh, that's a great deal.
for a small monthly fee.
Nico, if you hold shift, you can drag all items at once.
Good, thank you. I'm sitting here fucking. I knew there had to be a way. There it goes.
Oops.
Awesome.
Okay.
I don't need this either. There's a silvered spear. I don't need that.
We need to buy a cart as well, because if we're gonna go to the market to sell all junk, we're gonna need a big old cart and not burn it down this time.
I was rather saying you had a cart.
Yeah, we did. Just, I don't know where it went.
Fucking Steve.
So did we
Stuck in
get
the
any
mountains.
XP for the dragon?
No. The dragon races. How the dragon races up. There's no. It just. So I don't know. Well, I don't know if Corbin wants to share that with you. That's on him.
Oh, how do I? It doesn't have the little thing to do that way.
Correct, because that's actually from the DM side, so you can't.
There's no reason. Nobody needs to know anyway. I just have to spend time to bond with my dragon.
Alright, let's see. Okay.
And we also have the iron ore. This rare metal comes from the dwarves.
Alright. So we are underway. Alright, so let's do this. We'll give you guys that.
Did somebody give me more gold or no?
He put all the gold in a party sheet and then split it between everyone.
How much gold were you giving me to put in the bag, Arcadia?
Well, now I'm not sure how much I had originally because I was moving it around, and now suddenly I have more. So I'm not exactly sure what just happened. Is there a way of finding out what you just added to me? I'm guessing. Okay. I'm
If you
guessing.
scroll up in the chat, he added. First, he added 2,000 gold to you, and then he added another 500 gold to you. So 2,500.
Oh, right. But this was a while ago, right?
Yeah.
After we fought. Yeah, after we got.
Oh, okay. Then, but because I have no idea that I suddenly increased again in gold, just like in the last minute. So I don't know what's going on.
That's odd.
Okay, I'm just gonna go off of the photo that I took. I don't know why suddenly it looks like I have 3,000 more gold than I did before. So that's weird. I'm not complaining, but
Just tell me however much you want me to hold, and I'll put it in my bag.
yeah, if it's okay, I gave you 3,000 gold pieces.
Alright. I got 3,000 gold for our. How much does that weigh anyway?
Let's see.
I'm gonna.
50 gold is 1 pound, so however you can do the math.
What?
Yeah, 50 gold weighs 1 pound.
What?
Oh, 50 pieces. Hang on. I think, hang on. I think that's how it was.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually right. I just calculated it back, and 2,000 gold is 40 pounds. Yeah.
Alright, so 60 pounds of gold in my bag of holding.
Yes. 3,000 split by 50. Yeah. 60 pounds.
So I'm sorry. How much? 3,000 gold weighs 40 pounds.
60.
60 pounds. Okay, I'm just writing that down.
Oh man, if our bags of holding get robbed, we are fucked.
Hey, one of my other games, we got robbed, and they went through and took one special item off of each person. It took one of my special weapons that I use, and now my character's screwed.
Oh no.
I'm like, dude, that's the only weapon I have to fight with. I don't know what. I have to fight with a lowly iron sword or something. Who knows?
How many days does it take us to travel to Mitros?
It will take you 3 days to get back.
All right, so I will use my jug 2 more times since I already used it once on the ship, or to make some poison.
I thought you used all your vials for Dragonblood.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on, maybe we have some on the ship. I will, can I fill a flask with it?
Just make sure you don't drink from it.
Okay.
Whoops.
On the evening of the first day, the afternoon of the second day, you see Nikkei flying fast towards you, and it lands and yells, "Scroll from the Queen to Be! Scroll from the Queen to Be!" Who wants to take it?
Nikkei?
Yeah, Nikkei. the little flying thing, flying guy.
Oh yeah.
Who is this again?
Messenger. Nikkei. He's a messenger.
Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not the one that told us that there are Balmitria's kin still about.
No.
Can you spell Nikkei? Did we meet Nikkei before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's spelled N-I-K-E.
Oh, that one.
Nikkei.
I'm thinking like Japanese, and I'm spelling it N-I-K-K-E-I.
Oh no.
Arcadia will take it because the Queen to Be is her half sister.
Okay. And do you read it?
Yes.
All right. It is a wedding invitation for all of you with a +1 for each. That the wedding is to take place the day after the Great Games end, and that you must attend. And she wants you there for her bachelorette party the night before.
It's not really an invitation.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, it's a summons, but you know.
Arcadia tells the rest of the party what it says.
Cleaning up his best kilt.
Yeah, the Queen to Be
I
and
need all
Nora
of my focus on the games.
marrying the illustrious prince. I forgot what his last name was now. From Leonor.
I must put all of my focus on the great games. I'm not sure I have time for this wedding.
It's 2 days after after the games end.
Oh, excellent.
And the bachelor party is the day after, and she wants you all there for it. Oh yeah, Bluethaven is his name. Lord Bluethaven.
Yeah. I am very sad I didn't get the dragon skull.
You cracked it. Oh no, you didn't have enough time. Oh, that's sad.
Now no one will ever believe we fought a dragon.
Except for the other 10,000 bits of dragon you're carrying around.
Oh, true.
So you said it takes us 3 days to get to the Mitros?
Yes. You will be arriving the day that they start.
Yes. All right.
So missing the opening ceremony, but it's okay.
Yeah, nobody watches that anyway.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people with circles and ribbons, and it's like whatever.
All right, so we'll go through this really quick. Oh god, I should just type this all into the game instead of on a spreadsheet. So when you get there, you see that they're at the games are. 2 seconds. Sorry, I did all this shit. And I should. All right, so there are 10 games. They last 4 days. The great games last 4 days. Day 1, which is what you're doing now, is the preliminary games. And then day 1, when they actually start, is the Leaping Spires, Eye of the Storm, Sunken Treasure. Day 2, Pythor's Tower, the Royal Labyrinth, and the Trial of Endurance. Day 3 is the Kyra Kart Racing, Vulcan's Anvil, and the Whirlpool. And then day 4 is the Battle of 100 Hands. Let's see. I'll post most of this in Discord. But let's see. There are separate rules for each game.
We already have that.
Yeah, for the most part, the haste spell is not allowed whatsoever for anything. Then the other competitions will list allowed or ban magics and modes of movement. Let's see. Each person can auto-qualify if they meet certain requirements for each event, or else you may attempt a skill check to see if you would have succeeded. During the preliminary games, no magic may be used. You will all have to wear bracers that glow if magic is being utilized, and then you will be publicly shamed for life. If you were to auto-qualify and no other NPC attempts the event, you will automatically come in first place. If multiple of you auto-qualify, whoever has the most qualifications is first and second, and so on. The medals: first place, second place, third place overall. And then whoever auto-qualifies or successfully makes a check to qualify is allowed to describe to us how the events went, so on and so forth. The preliminary challenges, day 1 right now, is boxing, wrestling, throwing, the discus and the javelin, archery, chariot racing, the triathlete, and jumping.
I'm gonna level up. If we level up, I can do archery.
No. Let's see.
Kill a dragon, you still can't level up.
No. There's specific rays. So once the preliminary games complete, the champions from those events prepare for outrageous events that will push you to your limits. Champions are encouraged to use and seek out magical assistance. Yes, magic and supernatural abilities are not only allowed but encouraged. The challenges you will face are sometimes deadly, but the glory gained from victory is that much sweeter.
Oh, very nice.
Each of the spectacles will be paying tribute to one of the gods / titans. So yes, and I'll post like the preliminary challenges and the requirements in Discord once we're done.
And Gorgio,
Yeah.
have you ever played Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Yeah.
They also do the great games.
Uh-huh.
There's this big dude, and he gets super upset because he needs like a boy to like oil him in fat, sweat, and shit. I want one of those boys.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay.
And you have to find him special goat fat or something that he has to smear on his body, and he doesn't want to do it himself. It's kind of funny.
Hell yeah.
Great quest.
Jeez.
Overall, the great games like this is probably going to take at least the next 2 sessions, maybe 3, just so you guys are aware. They're kind of long.
Yeah, but sometimes those games are fun.
Yeah. Like I kind of took what was in the book and expanded it a little bit.
Nice.
I've been looking forward to the great games. I think they're going to be a blast.
Yes. And some of your old friends will be here. Maybe even some enemies and some people you've been looking for a while. Who knows?
Nice.
We might even see a small gnome.
Small.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah, Fark.
Just saying, we first found out about the great games on January 30th, 2022. Over a year ago.
Jesus.
I just want you guys to know there are no friends in these games. I'm going all out.
Yeah, I mean it's these are individual, like, I mean I think there's one team in here, but yeah, for the most part it's all individual, and not everyone can qualify. So it might be one event lasts a little bit for just one person, and who knows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, January of last year, Jesus. Yeah, but I mean, I told you this campaign's going to be a while.
Yeah, what's it go up to? Level 20?
Level 20.
Holy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. The later levels might come a little bit faster than right now, but yeah.
Might be able to retire.
So yeah, I think that will do us for today, because yeah, we'll start to get great games next week.
Well, thanks for the game today.
Yeah, amazing.
Awesome game.
Yeah, you killed the
That was fun
dragon.
game.
I was kind of worried about 1 or 2 of you for a moment, but
I was kind of worried for our entire party. God damn.
The
for sure.
the dwarf heavy crossbow users are honestly part of the MVP, because they did.
Oh yeah, they
whittled
did
it
a lot
down
of
so
damage.
much. They whittled it down so much, and then freaking Demetrius comes and stabs it in the heart.
Because the dragon was chasing Corbin around the whole time.
But we did fairly reward them. I mean, we gave them the spear and the food and whatever.
Yeah, you left like most of the meat from the dragon and all the meat from the mammoth. So yeah.
Yeah, and maybe some gold. I mean, I'm not sure if we were able to get all of the gold. So.
No, you didn't get all of it. But cool. Good.
Oh yeah, that's the quest Indigo Island complete.
Yeah. Unless you decide to go back and rest with these elves again.
Maybe at level 20.
Yeah.
At level 20, just turn into a huge bully and go down the list.
I'm gonna kill you first, then I'm killing you, then you, then you. Just line up and take your spanking.
Demetrius's vengeance tour.
But yeah, I think we'll call it there, and I'll post the preliminary games and all the requirements and all that shit here within. I might do some of it today, but the rest throughout the week.
You get to the games.
Yay!
Corbin's gonna do archery even though he's not leveled up yet.
He would.
Yeah, I think you need to roll a skill check then.
Yeah, it'll be for archery, proficiency in martial weapons, or proficiency in the longbow, a dex of 15+, and an untrained dex range attack roll versus an AC of 12.
So I'll have to do skill because I don't qualify for that.
You have a skill in martial weapons?
Yeah, I'm proficient in the longbow, but I don't have the dex. You have to have all of it or just one of them?
All of it.
All of it, yeah.
Oh. Well, then you can still make the skill check, right? You can still qualify.
Hey, you can still
Like,
qualify.
even Amitrius could qualify if you wanted to.
Dex?
I think you might have some competition with Arcadia.
I mean, Amitrius is going in as well for the archery. I have martial weapons and dex. Let's do it.
Nice.
I'm going into all of them, whatever one I can get.
I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
He's gonna be mad.
Alright, take care.
If it comes down to like the last shot against Arcadia, I missed it intentionally.
Alright, stream. We'll be back here next week. Start of the great games. And thanks for hanging out. And we will see you next week. And have a good night.